reading terrible Bible verses until Christians stop being Christian.
Okay, let's see what you have.
Let's start with Jeremiah 19:9. I will see to it that your enemies lay siege to the city until all the food is gone. Then those trapped inside will eat their own sons and daughters and friends. They will be driven to utter despair.
Jeremiah 19:9 does not support cannibalism. It's graphic, but it's describing the horror of siege and judgment, not telling anyone to eat human flesh. What Jeremiah 19:9 is saying. Jeremiah 19:9 is about what will happen to the people during God's judgment on Jerusalem. The language is meant to show how completely normal life will collapse under the consequences of sin. Homes become rubble, bodies pile up, and death becomes unavoidable. How to read it in context. Key idea. Jeremiah is a prophet delivering God's judgment for covenant breaking. So the surrounding chapter is describing the catastrophe coming to the city because of rebellion, not advocating evil practices. Important Bible principle. God never issues his people instructions to violate his moral character. Cannibalism is nowhere taught as a righteous practice. Throughout Scripture, God treats human life as precious. See Genesis 9:6, Isaiah 49:26. So when Scripture gets intense, we should ask, is this describing judgment or is it commanding wrongdoing? In Jeremiah 19:9, it's describing judgment, not command. Supporting Scriptures, Genesis 9:6, Deuteronomy 12:31, Ezekiel 5:10.
Deuteronomy 21:11. And suppose you see among the captives a beautiful woman, and you are attracted to her and want to marry her. If this happens, you may take her to your home, where she must shave her head, cut her nails, and change the clothes she was wearing when she was captured. She will stay in your home, but let her mourn her father and mother for a full month. Then you may marry her, and you will be her husband, and she will be your wife. But if you marry her and she does not please you, you must let her go free. You may not sell her or treat her as a slave, for you have humiliated her.
Deuteronomy 21:10-14 is part of Israel's laws for war situations. When any captive woman is taken, God regulates what Israel is allowed to do. It is not anything goes. The point is to stop raw, exploitative violence and put guardrails around the process. In verse 11 specifically, God requires a kind of pause and purification. She is brought into a home setting, not immediate abuse on the battlefield. She